Check. 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 Moshe. Kwame Yashua, all praises be to Padre Isaac Jacob for his mercy truly endure forever. Shalom to all Israel, near and far. We'll give a chance for our brothers to log in. I know we're starting late, behind the time, but the Most High Spirit, be merciful and kind to us, and allow us to have a good class and get understanding and wisdom, really the Holy Torah, the Holy Scriptures, by the Most High. Again, this is Wednesday Wisdom, Master Shalom, this is the Light of Zion. All praises to the 12 tribes, near and afar.
Some state. So we're trying to get it.
Is it now?
Yeah.
All praises. Tonight's topic is, the question is, what are you lusting for? Lust is a big problem in the nation, in and out of the truth, which causes, our people to fail and fall because they're desiring things in this world, desiring positions, desiring, the dainties of this world, desiring the luxuries of this kingdom, when they really should be putting in desiring the Most High Yah and lusting after the prophecies that's written in the Holy Scriptures. So we're going to deal with that today. Some people lust for fame, they lust for a good name. Some people want a good name so much that they tarnish their name trying to have a good name. They do lustful things, they do wicked things to have a good name. They can have a good name doing wicked. Some people want after the riches, the road to the riches, only going to get you what? Further and further away from the Most High God, away from this truth. We'll wait for us to morning family to log on. All praises be to Padre Master Jacob. Right now it is what do you got? 8:35.
Yeah, 33. Yeah.
8:33. We're gonna do an hour class, just dealing on lust, zeroing in on that topic, so we can get out of it, get rooted out of our spirit. The Most High don't want us to be lusted. We gotta be mindful of where we place our desires. All right, so we're gonna get started in 2 minutes. When people log in, get the notifications. A lot of these nations, man, they full of lust, man. They think it's gonna rule forever. They want their kingdom to last forever. Like, you don't think anybody else gonna rule here? Saw that article. I don't know who it was. One of the Edomites talking about Most High dealing with white man. Gave the earth to the white man. I said, man, you want to be the Lord over the wicked and the good. I said, when somebody else get to play a role? How you gonna be the villain and the hero? You know what I'm saying? Can somebody else be the hero? You've been the villain all this time, been enjoying it, filling the earth with all your wickedness, getting flourishing by it, getting paid on it, getting rich on it, and now you want the kingdom too. Man, you are lustful people, man. You are lustful people. Nobody else can get something. Hey, it ain't going down like that. like that. Not with the Most High, not with Mashiach Yahushua, as is written. All right, Father, Lord. You're going to take care of that spirit. All right, so 35 now, 8:35. We'll go to shofar. We're going to face Yerushalayim, set up the prayers. Open up with Psalms 67. Give the Most High his prayer and his praise and his worship, for he's worthy of all these. Blow of the shofar.
Psalm 67.
My people, Panya, Yerushalayim, stand and face Jerusalem.
Hallelujah. Psalm 67. Yahweh, be merciful unto us, and us, Salah, that thy way may be known upon earth, thy saving health among all nations. Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh. Let all the people praise thee. O let the nations be glad and sing for joy. For thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon earth. Salah. Let the people praise thee, O Yahweh. Let all the people praise thee. Then shall the earth yield her increase, and the Most High, even our own power, shall bless us. Yahweh shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. Bahashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, the water, the Yah, Amen.
Hallelujah. All right, the water. Again, this is Wednesday Wisdom. All praises be to the Father, Amen, Jacob, for his mercy truly endured forever. Tonight's going to be a short and sweet one, Salakia, for starting late. And unfortunately, this caused us to run behind tonight. But we're going to get a short and direct class. As you can see, the topic tonight is, what are you lusting for? Right? Because lust is causing a lot of problems in Israel, in and out of this truth. That desire to acquire, that want, we got to move up. That want to, to quench that want, that fleshly want, that that you gotta have it spirit. There's a show on Netflix with it. She's Gotta Have It. As soon as you turn that show on, what you see him get it, right? So we don't have that spirit. We dealing with the Most High. And what we covered after, we desire is the kingdom of heaven. And that's what we should be all desiring in these last days. Not trying to get comfortable here in captivity, but coming back to the Most High God. All right, so let's get Colossians 3, verse 17. Without further ado, let's get into the word of Yah. All praises be to the part of Master Jacob, for his mercy truly endured forever. Colossians 3, verse 17. Got that?
Colossians 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word, but ye do all by Hashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, giving thanks to the Elohim and Abanawa by him, by Hashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, the Wallath and Yah Aman.
Right, all praises be to the party of Master Jacob, for his mercy truly endured forever. Let's get Exodus 20 and verse 17. Exodus 20 and verse 17.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 17.
We're going to start with the law. Let's read.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Thou shalt not what?
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Now, it said thy neighbor's house. What is it talking about? Your fellow brother, your fellow sister's possession. Right? You're not supposed to covet his house. You're supposed to want his house. Right? Don't mean to say you can't say he got a nice place to dwell in, or you can admire it. But when you want his house, it means you want to, by some means, end up where he's at. Read.
Exodus 20 and 17.
Come on.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's house.
Read.
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife,
Come on.
nor his manservant, nor his maidservant, nor his ox, nor his donkey, nor anything that is thy neighbor's.
Nor anything that belongs to your fellow brother, your sister, then it's true. Okay. We should not want to see them lose what they have or try to, acquire what they've acquired or get what they have. That's not the spirit of the Most High God. Okay? What the Most High has for you, He has for you. But a lot of times we lust. Sometimes we lust after another brother's gift. Right? We all got different gifts. Right? Some of us are evangelists, some of us are, there's different offices, as Scripture says, different of administration, but the same spirit. But everybody wants to be in the same position and not expound on their personal gift and what the Most High has shown them and what they can excel at, which, it becomes an issue. Now, everybody wants to be the high priest, right? Everybody wants to be the powerful evangelist that goes all over the earth. But if that's not for you, that's not for you. You shouldn't desire another man's gift. You should desire what's in you to manifest what's in you. All right? So it said, nothing of your neighbors, anything that your neighbor has, you're not supposed to desire. How do I keep using the word desire? Give me Deuteronomy 5, verse 21. Deuteronomy 5, verse 21. Let's see why I keep saying desire. The scripture said covet. All right, let's read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 5, verse 21. Neither shalt thou desire thy neighbor's wife.
Thy neighbor's what?
Thy neighbor's wife.
So here in Deuteronomy, when they translated into English, they didn't use the word covet, they used the word desire. Why? Because these words are synonyms. They mean the same thing. Okay? Covet, desire mean the same thing. Read on.
Neither shalt thou desire thy neighbor's wife. Neither shalt thou covet thy neighbor's house, his field, or his manservant, or his maidservant, his ox, or his donkey, or anything that is thy neighbor's.
Right, so as we can see, that is referring to the same scripture. But it used the word desire. We don't speak like that. We don't go and say, oh, I'm coveting right now. No, you want. Right? That's what we do nowadays. We want this, we want that. Right? Always in that wanting mind, a wanton mind. We constantly desiring something. Wise man once told me, said, if you get everything or try to acquire everything you want, you won't get everything you need. Right? Wise man brought that to my attention. Right? You might be in the room. Right? So let's get St. John. Sorry, not St. John. It's like your 1 John. Wrong chapter. James 4:1. Sorry, James 4:1. James 4:1. Sorry.
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 1. James 4:1. From whence come wars and fightings among you?
Read that again.
From whence come wars and fightings among you?
Right, so he asked a question. He said, why is there wars and fighting among you, Israel? Right? You hear about all the time on, camp banging, and sometimes you have wars within the camp, within brothers and sisters, and from whence these wars come from among you, Israel? Read on.
Come they not hence, even of your lust.
Even of your what?
Even of your lust.
He said, don't bring it here, even of your lust. So why is the issues coming? Because we lust. What is lust? So far we understand that the scripture said there are covet, thou shalt not desire. Lust is another synonym for covet, covetousness, and desiring. Let's prove that real quick before we go further. Hold that in St. John. Give me Romans. In James, I'm sorry. In James. Kind of rushed in today, so I'm going to be in my head in the mode. But Romans 7:7.
The book of Romans, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Come on.
What shall we say then?
Uh-huh.
Is the law sin?
Is the what?
Is the law sin?
Right. So he asked the question, is the law sin? Right. Read on.
Most High forbid.
No, it's not. Read.
Nay, I had not known sin,
right,
but by the law.
Come on.
For I had not known lust.
I have not known what?
For I had not known lust.
I have not known lust, but what?
Except the law has said, thou shalt not covet.
Thou shalt not covet. Okay. That's how we knew about lust. Being wicked, being wrong, being against the will of the Most High, because the scripture said, thou shalt not covet. And he understood that covet, desire, lust, all these three are the same thing. We could add some words to that today. What I want, it means the same thing. Not what you need, but what you want. Okay? That's that internal desire to always get more or get something. Always looking for something, right? Overlooking what we should be following, the things that we need to be doing, which is serving the Most High God. All right? Read on.
Verse 8. But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me all manner of concupiscence, for without the law sin was dead.
Right.
For I was alive without the law once.
Come on.
But when the commandment came.
But when the what?
But when the commandment came.
So he was alive without the law. He was doing what he wanted to do. He was wanting and lusting, and he was living his life. Like many of us was in this world. We was alive, we were doing things we wanted to do. Right? We didn't enter into life, but we was alive. Two different things, right? When you enter into life, we enter into the law, statutes, and commandments. Being alive means that you're breathing. Right? You're awake. You're walking around. Right? He said, I was living like that at one time. But when the law came, read.
For I was alive without the law once.
Come on.
But when the commandment came.
Right? What commandment? Thou shalt not covet. Read.
Sin revived and I died.
Sin revived. And sin was made what? Known to me. It was brought to my face. Sometimes you can be in sin, but if nobody puts it to your face, you think you're all right. You know what I mean? First thing you say, well, I ain't hurting nobody. You know? But we don't ever consider that we hurt the Most High God. That we're shaming our name. When we sin, we put a shame on the name Yahshua as Hebrews, especially as Hebrew Israelites. We put a shame on the name. We're supposed to be putting respect on that name. When people see Hebrew Israelites, they don't be like, oh, them brothers at all. Them sisters righteous. Right? But if you in this truth, and you in this word, and you more niggerish than the niggas out there, then what difference does it make? You bring a shame to everything that the Most High has brought before us. We don't consider that, though. We just say, oh, I ain't hurt nobody. Because we worship the creature more than the creator. And we think because we didn't do anything to anybody, we good. And we don't think of the Most High God. But as being spiritual, we have to start to concentrate on our Father. How is our Father viewing what we're doing? And if we shaming him, how are we not hurting anybody? Right? We gotta think about that. So when we deal with the lust. So he says, what? When the law came, thou shalt not covet, sin what? Revived, and I died. Meaning that I realized my life is, I'm not right. I need to be, my old man needs to be put to death. Okay, that's what we realized. Okay. So let's go back. James. Let's go back to James now. James 4. James 4, verse 2. James 4, verse 2.
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 2. Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have.
Right, you kill and desire. You get to the point where we're going to take somebody out. Because you're about that money. Right? Sometimes it's not even about money. Sometimes it's about pride. Right? Yeah. Sometimes it's about pride. You're so your ego is so proud, your ego get hurt. So you gotta lash out. You know what I mean? And you're gonna kill somebody just to say, yeah, who mess with me? That's right. You know what I mean? I'm gangster like that, right? Maybe you think somebody else will send me a video or posted a video of a sister and another two sisters fighting, one holding a baby. Right? So concentrated on fighting, drop the baby on the floor. Drop the baby on the floor. So concentrated on fighting, she dropped the baby and went to fight. Dropped the baby. Looked like an Edomite ran into her. I'm not sure it was an Edomite, just looked like. Could have been Northern tribe, so I couldn't see from the distance. Came back, came, pushed him aside, picked the baby up. While they still fighting, Took like 3 or 4 people to park there. All this time, she didn't realize she had something in her hand. But that showed that she wanted to fight. So what she needed to be doing was to hold her child. That went to the wayside because she wanted to fight. You know what I mean? So sometimes when we want to do something, what we need to do, totally forgot. Because it's what we want to do. It's so much more, what would you say, pleasurable, right? Appeasing. It's appeasing to you right now. I'm getting what I want. Forget about what I need to do, what I'm supposed to do, what I have to do. I want what I want. That's why I said, where's this war? Go back. We're in James. James, read that again in 2nd verse.
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 2. Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have.
Come on.
And cannot obtain.
Right.
Ye fight and war. Yet ye have not, because ye ask not.
Right.
Ye ask and receive not.
Right.
Because ye ask amiss.
I mean, your accent is wrong. Because you're going about it all wrong. You might desire something you might desire a home. Right? There's nothing wrong with having a home. Right? But what you want to do to get it? Right? Lie, cheat, steal everything. And then now want to turn around to the Most High and ask him to bless you with the same thing that you lied, cheat, and steal to get. Right? You still ain't going to get it. Might be a child, it might be a husband, might be a wife. Do things underhanded, overhead, all kinds of things to try to obtain, and you will never obtain it because you want to lust for it and do wickedly to obtain it because you want to get it upon your lust. Right? You want to do something to make it happen. You don't want the Most High to bless you with it. Right? The Most High can bless you with it. You put your effort toward it, you stay righteous. It could be a job. How many brothers do we see say, you know what? I'm gonna go get my this, that, the third. I'll be back to the 7th after I get myself set up, in this world, right? I gotta do my extra work, and as soon as I get my place, I'll be back. 10 years later, where the brother at? Right? I'm sure you got his place by now.
Like some people here, some women say, won't you pray for me that I get a husband?
Yeah.
But how about I pray that you take that rebellious spirit off you before I pray for a husband? Because what happens when you get the husband? If you're rebellious, he's not going to stay long. You know what I mean?
So you don't really get it.
Right. So if you know you have an issue within yourself, maybe dealing with lust, desiring to have things you can't afford to have,
you gotta deal with your lust.
Right. If you buy everything that you want, you'll never have what you need.
You gotta deal with your lust.
Right.
Read on.
Verse 3, James 4 and 3. Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lust.
Yep.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses,
Right.
know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High?
Right, we pull that scripture a lot, but now we're looking at it in its context. In the context of the scripture, what is he referring to? Right? He's saying that we're going out here, we're lusting. We're wanting this, wanting that. Then he said, ye adulterers and adulteresses. Men and women that what? Was an adulterer? Taking something that doesn't what? Doesn't belong to him. Right? Was an adulteress? Going to give herself over to a man that doesn't belong to her. That's not her husband. Right? She has a husband. Right? So that same desire brings you to what? Brings you to adultery. But it starts with the spirit of lust. It starts there. Remember, sin is conceived in the mind, then it's acted out in the body.
Right.
Right? It just doesn't happen. Oh, it just happened. No, it didn't just happen. It came from your lust. Right? That's where it came from. And because we don't put away our lust, it overtakes us. Right? We don't.
Ye adulterers and adulteresses,
Uh-huh.
know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High?
Uh-huh.
Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world,
Right?
is the enemy of the Most High.
You become the enemy of the Most High. You just want what people have in this world. People have stuff in this world. They have cars, houses, go on lavish vacations. They do all these things in this world. And you want it so bad that you turn your back on the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Even for a moment. Right? You might say, well, I went to Shabbat service, so at least I did that. But all these commandments you broke upon your lust. Why? Because but we're not dealing with this. We're taking it with us into this word, and it's going to crush us and destroy us if we don't get rid of it. That's what Paul was saying. He said, sin revived and I died. I realized how wicked I was. And that the life that I was living was not worthy of the commandment of the Most High, or the grace and mercy that's in the house. That's why he called them adulterers and adulteresses. Because we know that no adulterer is entered the kingdom of heaven. Okay. Read 1 John 2 and 16. 1 John 2 and 16.
The book of 1 John, chapter 2, verse 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh.
The what?
The lust of the flesh.
Come on.
And the lust of the eyes.
Read.
Of life.
15.
Okay. 1 John 2 and 15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes.
Right. So we understand with the previous verse that if we are friends of this world, we're enemies to the Most High. So we got to part ourselves from trying to build these empires in this world. Do your part. Do your part. Keep the commandments. Bless the Most High. Put in this work. Bring Jacob again to the Most High, which is the ultimate service of the children of Israel. We got work to do. The harvest is plenteous. The laborers are few. Why do we have time to concentrate on our own lust? Right? But we should be putting them away. Right? The love of read that again.
For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life is not of the Father,
right,
but is of the world.
It's not of the Father, but it is of the world. Read on, and what happens?
And the world passeth away.
Come on.
And the lust thereof.
And all that is temporary. Right? All that is temporary. You get things in this kingdom, It's temporary. Right? Only thing that's eternal is Yahweh. Everything else has a timetable on it. There's a expiration date on all of us. Right? Even us, there's an expiration date on this body. I don't lust after this body. There's an expiration date on this thing. Right? This is what I'm in now. Right? I use your time now to serve the eternal power. That when you lose this body and you go before the eternal power, that you have good works to speak of you. Right? When you concentrate on this flesh, what it can do, what it can make you feel, things of that sort, you lose touch of what your connection with the Most High God. Okay.
And the world passeth away,
and
the lust thereof.
Read.
But he that doeth the will of the Most High,
come on,
abideth forever.
How long?
Forever.
Right. The lust, the world, everything is temporary. But if you do His will, you'll be with the Most High forever. Right? This life, the life to come, you'll be with the Most High. The Most High will not forget His own. Right? Why be blotted out over foolish things you can get in this kingdom? Right? Temporary desire. Right? That's one.
Can we get a precept for the will?
For the what?
The will.
For the will of the Most High? Right. Psalms 40 verse 8. Let's get that. Psalms 40 verse 8. Let's get a precept for the will of the Most High.
The book of
Psalms. Brothers and
Psalms.
sisters online, if you got a question dealing with this topic, then by all means, put it in. Moshe is watching it. He's watching the screen. Read on.
Psalms 40 and verse 8. I delight to do thy will, O Most High. Yea, thy law is within my heart.
Thy what?
Thy law is within thy heart.
Right. So the will of the Most High is the law. I delight to do thy will, thy law is within my heart. So the will of the Most High is the law, statute, commandments, and Heavenly Father. All right, Psalms 40, verse 8. All right, go back to
James 4.
matter of fact, drop that. Give me James 1 and 13.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 13.
Come on.
James 1 and verse 13.
Read.
It's like I was at 4. James 1 and 13. Let no man say, when he is tempted, I am tempted of the Most High.
Come on.
For the Most High cannot be tempted with evil.
With what?
With evil.
Read on.
Neither tempteth he any man.
Right.
But every man is tempted,
right,
when he is drawn away of his own lust.
Of his own what?
Of his own lust.
There it goes again.
And enticed.
And what?
And enticed.
And enticed. Satan knows what you lust for. And he will make it real nice. He'll make it seem like today is the day. Your ship has come in. And you're enticed because you have that lust in you. Right? You have that desire in you to acquire what Satan is dangling in front of your face. And you're going to go right into it. Because you have not dealt with getting that lust rooted out of you. Right? But the Most High, as gracious and mercy as He is, He's showing us in the scripture what we have to do. Read on.
Verse 15.
Come on.
Then when lust hath conceived.
When lust has what?
Then when lust hath conceived.
What does it mean to conceive? To bring forth, to get to multiply. Right? When a woman conceives, she has what? A baby within her womb now. So lust can bring forth what? Other sins. When lust has conceived, when it brings forth something, read.
Then when lust hath conceived,
come on,
it bringeth forth sin.
It bringeth forth what?
Sin.
That's what comes out of a lustful spirit. Or it's going to come as some sort of sin. Why are you in this sin? Because you lust in your spirit. It's in your mind, it's in your body, it's in your flesh. You're giving yourself, you're in the flesh, as they say. Right? You're in the flesh. Right? We are here learning how to be in the spirit. The Most High is bringing us to be spiritual, not fleshly. We deny our flesh. That's a spiritual thing to deny yourself. Right? Not because you can, mean you should. Maybe you shouldn't because it's not spiritual to do so. Okay. You know?
15. Then when lust hath conceived,
Right?
it bringeth forth sin.
Read.
And sin.
And sin, come on.
When it is finished,
When it's finished, bring
it forth death.
Bring forth what?
Bring it forth death.
Bring it forth death. Why we gotta have these understandings? Because the Most High don't want us to die. He said he have no pleasure in the soul that's killed for the sin. Most High doesn't like it when we get killed for our sins. Right? Let's prove that. What's that? Ezekiel? No, yeah, Ezekiel 18. He has no pleasure in that died. The soul that died in his sin. I think Ezekiel 18, 20, 22, something like that.
No, it's the last one, 32.
32, okay. Read that.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 18, verse 32.
Come on.
For I have no pleasure in death of him that died.
Right, he has no pleasure in death of him that died. When we sin and we fall and we die in our sin, the Most High is not, he's not happy when that happens. He is sad. We're all sad. We don't want to see our people get cut down for their wickedness. We want to see us abound, live in righteousness. Right? That's what we want to see. That's what Yah requires of us. Okay? Something happened with him.
I understand.
Okay. Usually if you brought something wrong with him.
Come on.
That's great. Everybody hear me on clearly? Let us know. Type in the comment section on the show. All right. Let's continue.
Ezekiel 18, verse 32. For I have no pleasure in the death of him that died.
Right.
Saith the Most High that power.
That's right.
Wherefore, turn yourselves.
Therefore what?
Turn yourselves.
Therefore change. Read.
Turn yourselves and live ye.
And live. Change and live. Come out of that lustful mind state, that desiring, that wanting mind state, and what? Turn to the Most High and be content. Right? The Most High brings us to contentment.
Proverbs 8.
Right? What you got?
Proverbs 8:34.
Read it.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 34.
Read.
Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the post of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life,
right,
and shall obtain favor of the Most High. But he that sinneth against me, wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me,
all they that hate it, they must what?
Love death.
You must love death. You must want to die. You must be suicidal. After the Most High gave you his wisdom, not understanding, and you still running out there trying to be wicked, you must be suicidal. Something wrong with you, something. You know, but we understand what's wrong. Because we all came out of the world. We all was in the world. That's the thing about us in this truth, as elders and soldiers, captains. We've been there, we've done that. Right? And the Most High bless us to know, never forget where we've been. And therefore, we help our brothers and sisters rise, you know, in their thinking and their thought on how they deal with one another, how they deal in this world. All right, we got to use this world, not abuse it. It's a wicked world. We understand that, right? But we can't let it catch us and pull us in to all its desires. Go back to James 1:16. James 1:16.
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 16.
Come on.
Do not err, my beloved brethren.
Uh-huh.
Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above.
It's from where?
It's from above.
You gotta understand this. What does this mean? This means is if the gift is gonna be perfect and good, you're gonna get it from the Most High. You're not gonna get anything from the Most High by lusting after it. You'll get it, but you ain't gonna like what you got. You'll find out. Every good gift coming from the Most High. All right? We know how to obtain blessings. The scripture is very clear on that. Keep my commandments and bless you. Right? It's very clear. Read.
Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above,
Uh-huh.
and cometh down from the Father of lights,
Come on.
with whom is no variableness.
There's no variableness. He don't change up. He don't switch up. Most High don't change up. Same yesterday, today, and forever. Right? The Most High don't change. The same Yahweh we calling on is the same power Abraham was calling on. The same things he wants from us, the same thing he wanted from Noah. He wants the same thing from us. He gave us no different commandment than he's given our forefathers. We have the same commandment to this day. There's no variableness with the Most High. Right? Not like he's like this today, but tomorrow he might change. Israel's a chosen today, but tomorrow it might be somebody else. That's not how the Most High moves. Read.
Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness,
Right?
neither shadow of turning.
Right? Either shadow of turning, meaning the Most High is straight. Meaning the turning ain't gonna change. Read on.
Of his own
Uh-huh.
will beget he us with the word of truth,
Come on.
that we should be a kind of fruit, first fruits of his creatures.
Read.
Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath.
Slow to what?
Slow to wrath.
Right. So you gotta humble yourself. Quick to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. Slow down. Stop lusting. Slow down. Take your time. Right? When we quick and we hyper, we put all this energy, right? It's all wickedness, man. Being hasty, being rash, that all comes from that same lustful spirit that we need to put away. Right? We need to put away. Read on.
Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High.
Read that again.
For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High.
You gotta read that one more time.
For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of the Most High.
Why can't they acting like they angry for the Most High? You know, they bow for the Most High. Remember, they really put judgment on you for the Most High. The Most High can put his judgment on you all by himself. He don't need you.
Right.
He don't need us to put judgment on nobody. He's fully capable of bringing hell on any one of us. Everybody understand that? So what you mad about? What you gangster about? You rolling for the Most High? you defended the Heavenly Father? Really? Right? We better humble up, man. Israel, we better humble up, man. Stop lusting, man. We lusting. We think we more than we are. Right? Most High made us. What we are is great in the eyes of the Most High. We are his silver and his gold. We are his precious things. And we trying to be more than that. What we trying to be? Right? Gangster for the Father. Right? Yeah.
Galatians 63.
Galatians 63? Let me see that. This should be one of my favorite scriptures right here. That's me. Thought down for the Most High. I punch you in the face for the Most High. They gonna punch me in the face for the Most High. How you know the Most High gonna punch me in the face? You get a message, something, he call you up?
Galatians chapter 6, verse 3.
Read that.
For if a man think himself to be something when he is nothing, he deceiveth himself.
Yeah, that's a sharp one right there. That's a sharp. That's a sharp. Yeah, read that one again.
The book of Galatians chapter 6 verse 3.
God.
For if a man think himself to be something
Just when you thought you were something, read.
when he is nothing,
When he is what?
when he is nothing,
When he is nothing, read.
he deceiveth himself.
Only playing yourself. Read.
But let every man prove his own work.
But let every man prove his own work. Right? So you can't be acting like, you're the defender when you trying to get right yourself. Prove your own work. Get yourself right. I need to straighten everybody out. You can't put most High straighten you out. No. We pray that the Most High can straighten you out. If you made crooked, nothing can straighten you out. Right? Let's go back to James. Like that. I think there's more in there. Was it? It's six. It is.
But let every man prove his own work, and then shall he in himself
They
alone.
should have rejoicing in himself alone. But before you go back to James, go to Romans 13 and 8. Romans 13 verse 8. You want to be strong in something? Let's be strong in this. Romans 13 verse
The
8.
book of Romans chapter 13 verse 8.
Come on.
Owe no man anything
Right?
but to love one another.
But to do what?
But to love one another.
You want to be gangster in love. Be strong in love. Right? That's what the Most High calls us into. Right? Love your brother and your sisters to the point where they can't help but love you back. Sometimes that's harder than chastising one another. How the scripture say, wars amongst you, right? Scratching at each other, tearing each other down, right? Because that's all foolishness. That's all this world. That's all lust. That's all it is, right? You want to win the argument? Okay, win the argument in the midst of it. Read on.
Owe no man anything,
Right?
but to love one another.
Come on.
For he that loveth another
Right?
hath fulfilled the law.
He has done what?
Hath fulfilled the
You
law.
have fulfilled the law. This is what the law was given to us for, showing us how to love one another, giving us what details on love, how to love. Right? The Lord said we have to bear false witness on one another. We ain't supposed to be lying to one another. We ain't supposed to cheat one another. We're not supposed to put a stumbling block in front of the blind and all curse to them. We're not supposed to defraud one another. It's all in the law. Right? But when lust gets involved, all those things you have to do. You don't know what you need to do to get what you want. Right? You're going to do what you need to do to get what you want. And you're going to skip past all these commandments to acquire what you want. And then when you get it, you realize, is this really what I want? Israel's full of it, man. This lustful spirit. Right? The Most High is purging out and putting it in the thoughts and the minds of his prophets to purge this spirit out. It's in the word how to purge it out. Okay, we're going to talk about it tonight. What you want to do?
I got Galatians.
The book of Galatians chapter 5 verse 13.
Okay.
For brethren, ye have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for the occasion to the flesh, but by love serve one another. For all the law is fulfilled in one word, even in this, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right, keep telling us over and over again. It's pretty clear. We're reading it, but are we getting it? Are we applying this thought, this understanding? Right? God has to give us the way to apply it to one another. Right? Brotherhood, sisterhood, these things take action. It's not something that just happens. I said, gather yourselves together. You may not have told you how difficult that really is. Right? It's not getting into the kingdom. We're not going to suffer some things. All right? Go back to James and finish James. James 1. We're at verse
19. No, 20.
no, verse 20. We got 28.
Book of James, chapter 1, verse 20.
See it.
For the wrath of man
Uh-huh.
worketh not the righteousness of the Most High.
Come on.
Wherefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness,
Uh-huh.
and receive with meekness and engrafted word, which is able to save your souls.
Which is what?
Able to save your
So
souls.
we need to understand what's happening in verse 21 here. It says, therefore, lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. Right? And we don't talk like this. Right? What's superfluity? Right? Can you use the word superfluity in a sentence? I didn't think you could. Right? Because we don't talk like this. Right? So we need to look these words up because these words have no foundation.
Went to a super fruity party.
A superfluity?
I went to a super fruity party.
Superfluity. Right? Superfluity of naughtiness. Right? We used to use that word. You know, some of our parents might have used the word naughty.
Yeah.
Right? What does it mean to be naughty? It means that you know what's right, but you're still doing what's wrong. That's what it means by being naughty. If someone's naughty, it's not that they're doing it out of ignorance. They very well know the right thing to do, but they sneak and do what's wrong. When everybody, you know, like when your parents said, stay out of the kitchen, and they went to bed, and you sneak downstairs
So they tell you
to
who's
get
young,
the cookies.
Santa knows.
You being naughty.
Santa knows who's naughty and who's
Nah,
nice.
I do that. That's being naughty. When you know what's wrong, but because it's 4 in the morning, 3 in the morning, all of a sudden wrong seems right. Right? Because there's no one there to say you're wrong. All right? That's naughtiness. Somebody look up superfluity for you.
I got it.
What you got?
It's an unnecessarily or excessively large amount of number of something.
Exactly. Unnecessary large amount of naughtiness. That's what the scripture said. So not only are we going off, but we unnecessarily doing a large amount of naughtiness, getting all kind of matters, right? Perversions, pornography, right? That's that can become superfluity, right? And it also shows naughtiness, right? It falls into filthiness too.
Yeah.
Right? It covers it all, right? Going to the strip joint, right? Our people love the strip joint.
You got the women going now.
When the women go down, right?
Next verse,
22.
22. But be ye doers of the word.
Be what?
But be ye doers of the word, deceiving your own
Because
selves.
you're only fooling yourself. If you keep hearing the word, reading the word, but when it comes for you to act, what are you doing? You're doing your own thing. Why? Because that lust, you're not giving it in. You're not giving it up. You're not rooting it out. You're still wanting too much, desiring too much. Okay. Lusting after too much. Go back to Exodus. This time give me 18 to 21.
The book of Exodus, chapter 18, verse 21. Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear the Most High,
Come on.
men of truth,
Yep.
hating covetousness,
Doing what?
hating covetousness.
That hate, we hate lust. I hate it, man. That wanting spirit. Always trying to get, acquire, desire, want more. Oh man, I gotta do this, and I gotta do that. Right? Now there's things you need to do, and those things you must do. Right? Nobody's saying to do nothing. Do the things you need to do. Take care of your needs. Take care of your responsibilities, right? The things that you're supposed to do. Those got to be in the forefront of your mind and spirit, right? The extra, he saw all his luxuries, man. You get there, you have your, get to do this and that when the time comes. But take care of your needs, all right? Read.
Moreover, thou shalt provide out of all the people able men, such as fear the Most High,
Come on.
men of truth,
Read.
righteousness,
Hate covetousness. Read on.
and place such over them,
And do what?
and place such over them,
Read.
to be rulers,
To be what?
to be rulers
Read on.
of thousands,
Of how much?
of thousands,
Come on.
and rulers of hundreds,
Read on.
rulers of fifties,
Read.
and rulers of
This
tens.
is why the Most High set up order.
Right.
We didn't make order out of our own heads and minds and our own spirit. What is the purpose of these men? What did he set these men up for? Let's read on. What are these men going to do?
22. And let them judge the people.
And let them do what?
And let them judge the
So
people.
now, if you stay away from the men of rulers, the captains of hundreds, thousands, 50s, how is your matters going to be judged? If you want to say, you know what, I want to keep this under wraps. I want to deal with this myself. I heard someone say, I'm going to cleanse myself, work myself through these things, right? Now, what is the Most High talking about here in Exodus 18? What did he set these elders to? Read that again.
Exodus 18:22.
Uh-huh.
And let them judge the people
Yep.
at all seasons.
Come on.
And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee.
Uh-huh.
But every small matter they shall judge.
They shall what?
They shall judge.
They shall what?
They shall judge.
The Most High said, set up able men that hate covetousness, right? Hate sin, and let them judge every matter. All the small matters, right? It didn't say keep the small matters to yourself. Is that what it said? Right. So we've been instructed on what we do here. And this is what we do. This is what we follow. This is what, this is what the Most High instructed. Right? We have captains of 1,000. We have captains of 100. We have captains of 50. They use the word rulers. You can use the word captain. It's the same thing. Leadership. Right? You can use the word leader. These are all what? English words anyway. They're not Hebrew words. Right? So our Hebrew, for one Hebrew word, is about 100 English words for one Hebrew word. This is, in Hebrew, there's a lot less words in English. English have more words than any language on the earth. There's 1,000 ways to say the same thing in English. But other languages are not like that. Either you say it, yay or nay. It is or it isn't. But in English, you can come up with all kinds of variables. Right? Nobody understands what you mean. Right? You read some of that Esau's fine print, after you finish reading it, you're like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm getting it, I'm not getting it, I don't understand. Because he has a way of wording things in a circle, and you can't understand, because that's the devil's language. The devil's language ain't going to be direct. Right? We speak in the devil's language, but the Most High has graced us, right, that when we, even in the devil's language, we go to the word of the Most High, still can't lose the spirit. It still don't lose the spirit, right? Even though we speak this off tongue, right? Hebrew's a direct language. It's either saying it or it's not saying it. When they go transliterate it, they come up with 5 different ways of saying the same thing. The Hebrew is the same one thing, right?
We got in the book of Sirach.
That's right. That's right. Let's read on.
Verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And let them judge the people at all seasons.
Uh-huh.
And it shall be that every great matter they shall bring unto thee, but every small matter they shall judge.
Right.
So shall it be easier for thyself, and they shall bear the burden with thee.
And they shall bear the burden. Give me Micah 2:2. Micah 2:2. God is merciful and kind to set us up, to don't leave it up to our own vain thoughts, our own lusts. He gave us instruction, how to go, how to achieve, how to do what's right. We just got to be obedient. And we can't make excuses for wanting to be wicked, for being lustful. We got to take that lust out of our spirit. It only drives us further away from the Most High God.
Read book of Micah chapter 2 verse 2.
Uh-huh.
And they covered fields
Uh-huh.
and take them by violence.
What they do?
They covered fields and take them by violence.
Right. We always had this spirit amongst Israel. Right? We covered fields taken by violence. Read.
And houses and take them away.
We rob and steal from one another. What is it rooted in? Covetousness. What is covetousness? Lust and desire. Read.
So they oppress a man and his house,
Uh-huh.
even a man and his heritage.
Come on.
Therefore, thus saith the Most High,
What do you say?
behold, against this family
Uh-huh.
do I devise an evil from which ye shall not remove your necks,
Read.
neither shall ye go haltingly, for this time is evil.
Right. Come on.
In that day shall one take up a parable against you,
Uh-huh.
and lament with doleful lamentation, and say, we be utterly spoiled.
We be what?
Utterly spoiled.
Aren't we utterly spoiled? Everything is taken from us. Why? How were we living with one another? What did we do? We were lusting and taking things from one another violently, robbing, stealing, right? Well, how they say it nowadays, we hitting a lick, right? Jumping in a window, you know what I mean? Going with somebody's TV, their Xbox, their PlayStation. You come home, your stuff is missing. Right? This is how we deal with one another. This is wickedness. And this is what we're being judged on. Right? But remember, it was all, what did they do before they stole, before they went violently? What did they do first? They covered. Before all that happened, they covered. What you're going to see now, reason why the Most High put thou shalt not covet as the last of all the 10 commandments is because all those 10 commandments that you break, those 9 other commandments, was all because you coveted. It's all because you coveted. All because we were lustful. Because we wanted. And because you wanted and you desired, it pushed you away from what the Most High wanted. We've been reading the wilderness. We've been in the wilderness for the last, 2 months, right? In Torah.
Yeah.
What did the people keep doing? They kept coveting, they kept lusting, they kept desiring, right? To the point where that spirit jumped on Moses. Right? He got lusted and did not what the Most High said.
They were standing strong the last portion
Yeah.
until the end. And they started checking out the daughters of
But he's already on that.
yeah.
He already went. From the time he struck the rock, he's going downhill from there. Moses is going downhill from there. All right, sis.
Even honoring your mother and your father, that starts with
That's right. If you don't honor them, not if you do honor them. Yeah, but if you don't honor them, because what? It all comes from because you don't want to. Like some people say, I don't have a good relationship with my father, right? And I go, well, why? Well, he was never there when I was growing up, right? And I go, well, you need to change that. I don't want to. He wasn't there for me, therefore I don't talk to him, right? It comes from a want for us not to do. If you just read it and said, oh man, I better go get it. After you read, thou shalt honor thy father and mother, and if you were not doing so, and if you were not being lustful, you would go, I need to follow this. Let me go call and contact him now. Show him some honor, some respect. You know what I mean? or let me go contact my mother, show some honor and respect, because I'm guilty of this. That's what the spirit. So that's how we get corrected by the law. But a lot of times our desire, our connectedness, our what gets in the way.
What if you can't correct it? And
You can always correct honoring someone, right? You may not be able to contact that person, but you correct it here. You correct it in your mind, right? And you say, you know what? Whatever ill will, ill feelings I need to put that away, right? I need to love that person. So when I do get an opportunity to, if the opportunity arises, maybe the person's passed away. Maybe you could never get the opportunity, but you still change it in your spirit, in your heart, right? And you still view the person differently. Remember, sin is conceived in the mind, right? That's what the baby of sin is conceived. And then it brings forth sin, and then sin brings forth death. We went over that a little earlier, right? So this is a mental, covetousness is a mental sin, not a physical sin, right? It leads to physical sin, right?
I had a precept of our people lusting in the wilderness. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 5 to 6.
Okay, fine. Let's get that. Matter of fact, start with verse 2. 1 Corinthians 10. Because that goes into
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 2.
battle, right?
Mm-hmm. 1 Corinthians 10, verse 2.
Yeah.
And were all baptized unto Moses,
Right,
in the cloud and in the sea,
right,
and did all eat the same spiritual meat, and did all drink that same spiritual drink, for they drank of the spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Hamashiach.
right. So now we're talking about the wilderness. As we move, the angel was in the sky, that was Mashiach Yahushua, you know.
But with many of them, the Most High was not well pleased,
Right? Why wasn't he well pleased?
for they were overthrown in the wilderness.
Uh-huh.
Now these things were our example, to intent we should not lust.
We should not what?
We should not lust.
That's it. That's the scripture that I'm bringing up, right? Everything that happened in the wilderness, we should learn from that same man. Because they lusted, the Most High got angry with them and destroyed, killed thousands of us. Serpents bit us, all kind of things, all kind of horrible things we've been through in the wilderness. All because we lusted. We coveted. We wanted. We desired, instead of us doing what's right. Read.
Now these things were our examples,
Uh-huh.
to the intent we should not lust after evil things,
Right?
as they also lust.
Right. So we should not lust after evil things, as our foreparents also lust. We should do what they did. We learn from their mistake. Okay. 1 Timothy 6 and verse 10. First Timothy 6 and verse 10. And I said I was going to make it quick. And then
1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10.
10 more minutes. Read it.
For the love of money
Uh-huh.
is the root of all evil.
For the what?
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Right? Because that desire for money is rooted in evil. When you desire it, I gotta get paid, I gotta get, I gotta get paid. Read.
Which while some covet after,
Right? So what?
which while some covet after,
What are they coming after? What are they coming after? The what? The money? Or the what? They really coming after the desire for the money. They coming after the love of the money. Right? They want it, they're so it consumes their mind and their spirit. They get a joy when they have it, and when they don't have it, they get like a hunger, right? And it
Becomes an idol.
becomes an idol to them, a god to them, right? They pray to the lotto god. You know what I mean? They get that number. Man, if I hit $1 million, you see them on the line. Oh, if I hit that, woo, I got the numbers here. If I get that $1 million, right? They happy. They full of energy. Do you really want $1 million in this kingdom? Let's think about that. Let's think about that. Because scripture say it'd be easier for a camel to pass through an eye of a needle than a rich man to enter to the kingdom of heaven. You know what I mean? Personally, I don't want to be rich. Maybe that's my personal. You know what I mean? I have this personal feeling because the wisdom that I received from the scriptures, right, from King Solomon, I think that's so say, listen, that's nothing to desire. Riches in this kingdom, right? I'm stacking my riches, my treasures in heaven. So when I do receive my crown, right, then that is when I can chill and enjoy. I can't chill and enjoy but so much in this kingdom, right? Because you're always looking out for how Satan is trying to pull you into any kind of sinful matter. Read on. Let's look at it.
1 Timothy 6 verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Read on.
Which while some covet after,
what happens?
They have erred from the faith.
Right, come on.
And pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
They err from the faith. They start breaking the commandments. And then they pierce themselves through with many sorrows. Read on.
But thou, O man of Yahweh, flee these things.
Do what?
Flee these things.
Don't be like this. Flee these things. Don't have this spirit on you. Right? Don't have that lust, that desire to be rich. Right? Read on.
For thou, O man of Yahweh, flee these things.
Come on.
And follow after righteousness.
And do what?
Follow after righteousness.
Right, come on.
Godliness, faith, love, patience, meekness. Fight the good fight of faith.
Right.
Lay hold on eternal life.
Right. Fight the good fight of faith. When stuff is coming against you, something difficult, don't bow out. Don't get soft. Don't get we say jelly belly, right? Because you can't stand up strong. Gird your loins. Right. Stand up strong. Stay right. Chips look down, problems coming. No, listen, bring them on. Right? The scripture say a man is like a rock in a weary land. Right? He's a covert from the tempest. Right? So as men, we're supposed to stand strong. When the problems come, don't worry about it. Thus save the Most High. I'm doing this right, we're going to handle this. Right? You did, wavering and scared. Don't be scared. Right. Read on.
Verse 12. 1 Timothy 6 verse 12.
Read.
Fight the good fight of faith.
Read.
Lay hold on eternal life.
Right.
Whereunto thou art also called.
Come on.
And hast professed a good profession before many witnesses.
That's right. Come on.
I give thee charge in the sight of the Most High, who quickeneth all things, and before Mashiach Yahushua, who before Pontius Pilate witnessed a good confession.
Read.
That thou keep this commandment without spot, unrebukable unto the appearing of our outer one, Mashiach Yahushua.
You gotta be unrebukable when it comes to this. Nobody can say, oh yeah, you got that in your spirit. All right? You be lusting after that money, you be lusting after that filthy group. All right? No one can bring that to you. Unrebukable. You never get that in you. Right? That's the kind of attitude that you have to have towards this lust, this covetousness. Read on.
Which in his times he shall show who is the blessed and only potent and the King of kings and the Lord of lords.
Right.
Who only have immortality dwelling in the light, right, which no man can approach unto.
Come on.
Whom no man have seen, nor can see, to whom be honor and power everlasting. Amen.
That's right. To rule power and honor everlasting. Right? So Yahweh Shai, the power of Yahweh that's in Yahweh Shai, let that be revealed, do not be found lusting or covetous. All right? Desiring the things of this world. We have to continue in faith and righteousness, stand strong and bold. Okay. That's 10 moments. I think I'm gonna pause there. I go into that. So I'll start going into, it's gonna be another half an hour. All right. So tonight's class, the question I was posed is, what are you lusting for? The answer should be the kingdom. All right. Matter of fact, what does that scripture say? Come into prophecy. Let that be the last scripture. Paul, that's the bishop, come into prophecy.
1 Corinthians 14:39.
What? Let's hit that. Let's finish with that.
The book of 1 Corinthians
39.
Yeah.
Start there.
Let's see. Start at 36.
Okay.
1 Corinthians 14, verse 36. What? Came the word of the Most High out from you, or came it onto you only? If any man think himself to be a prophet,
right,
or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of the Most High.
Right, so Paul is letting him know, listen, I'm only writing to you the commandments of the Most High. Everything I'm writing coming from the law. So if you think you're spiritual, you're righteous, then you need to see the things that I'm writing, and you need to understand that they're coming from the Most High. You know?
But if any man be ignorant,
yep,
let him be ignorant.
Right? Some people don't want to hear the word. They want to do their own thing, no matter what the scripture said. Go ahead then. You know?
Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophecy.
Do what?
Covet to
So
prophecy.
you want to desire something? Desire to see these prophecies come to pass. Desire to see America destroyed. Desire to see these nations under our heel. Desire to see the fall of Babylon. If you want to desire something. Read on.
And forbid not to speak with tongues.
Right. And forbid not brothers to go out and teach this word all over this earth. In different languages, wherever they are, teach the word. Read.
Let all things be done decently and in order.
And let everything be done decently. And all praises be to the Master Jacob, who was mercy truly endured forever. Go out for everybody that's logged on and came out. Who we got on the line?
Shout outs.
School of Drones.
School of Drones?
That's our beloved Michael
Shalom,
Hayes.
shalom.
That's our brother Sheffield?
Yeah, undercover.
School of Drones.
Oh, man.
Read. What else you got on there?
B Spice.
B Spice, shalom.
Says Javis or Yavis.
Yeah, shalom.
Vince.
Vince, shalom.
Boy.
Shalom, family boy.
Blitz.
Blitz, shalom.
Somebody. Romeo.
Romeo, shalom.
And Yafe.
Yafe, shalom.
Yafe Israel.
Okay. For everybody that's logged into this class, Hopefully you got some edification on how to deal with lust and how to root it out and how to notice it. The importance of getting it out of your mind so it doesn't cause your body to sin. And with that being said, we're going to send up the Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6, verse 9. Give it all praise to the Most High, in the name of the Most High Yahushua. We're going to show far to signify the closing of this lesson.
Mashiach Palam, the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. But if ye forgive not men their trespasses, neither will your Father forgive your trespasses. Bahashem Hamashiach Yahushai, the water, Thun Yah, Haman.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right, thanks, Father. Everybody coming out, for everybody online. Tomorrow we have a soldier class, also Friday, 8 p.m. All right, back on 7?
Yeah.
Friday, 7 p.m. History with the other La Palau, Shabbat service at noon. 2937 West Broad Boulevard. Eli Zion, make sure you're here in attendance. All praises. Michelle O'Shea, signing off.
Yeah, how about you?